everybody, I've been running this Hoka Huaka for the last 3 weeks. I put around 90 miles in them. I'm ready to talk to you about this. It's gonna be possibly one of the most positive reviews I've ever done. It's a great shoe for training, and I'm considering also to use it for racing. If I had to define this shoe in one word, I'd say it's a neutral shoe. And that's a very positive thing. Once you put it on, it lets you run any way you like, which in my case, it's fast. I mean, relatively fast, obviously. It protects you, but it's light and flexible, as you can see. And it stays out of the way, really. It's not that you feel that it's too heavy or clumsy or that it limits your movements. Your movements are really free. And that's the way it should be for a shoe, and this shoe is pretty impressive in that respect. How much protection does it offer? That's a real question. I can tell you that I need protection. The bottom of my feet hurts. I need a shoe that allows me to run for a long time without hurting all the time. I ran today in this shoe a marathon distance, and I feel that I did that with no issues. The wear, as you can see, is pretty okay. I mean, you can see that I tend to run more on this side. And some of these triangles, they're being taken away, which is not that good for 90 miles. In terms of traction, this offers some pretty good traction on trails. They are definitely trail worthy, and I went up on 20% climbs and 20% descents with sand and gravel, and they did great. Probably not the best shoe for mud though. The upper is well constructed, and it doesn't let a lot of dust in. And this is also due to all this plastic overlay that you see all over the shoe. They're really transparent, but they're really effective. The tongue is gusseted up to here. I think that Hoka could have done better if they went up to here. It's a fast shoe, probably a shoe that I could use in a marathon. Although I think I want to try the Hoka Clifton before I run Boston next year in 2015. And then decide which one I want to use. The big question in my mind is whether or not for a non-elite runner like me, if I can use this shoe for running a 100-mile race. Will it feel like running on hot coals after mile 50? Do I need all the protection that the other Hokas, the more traditional Hokas, like for example the Hoka Stinson's Trail, which has been my favorite shoe for long races, they offer? Or is this protection enough, at least to cruise for the first 40-50 miles? Let's talk about weight. For size 11 with no insoles, since I use insoles for my high arches and so I take that out of the shoes, this is just 9.5 ounces or 269 grams. That's pretty light for a size 11 with this kind of protection. Width. I need wide shoes, always afraid that my Morton's Noroma is gonna come back. I went up half size, and I think everything works, length, width, and right now I'm wearing 11 for all of the Hokas. The only issue I had with this shoe is that on the steep downhills and uphills, the quick draw strings here, or however they're called, they put too much pressure right here. They tend really to put pressure on the neck of my foot. You know, this is a problem with this kind of laces. You can't really tighten them here and let them loose here, right? So what I'll end up doing is replacing them with regular laces probably. Bottom line, some of the best training shoes ever and worthy of running a marathon and up. Really recommend this shoe. Thanks.